a big mistake I see a lot of paint contractors doing is that they are applying their bidding strategies using hours as their quantity of measurement. This is a big mistake, and I'm going to tell you why. So if we're going to talk, this is pure economics here, okay? So if we're going to talk about total revenue, the money that you earn from the job, how you calculate total revenue, it's really easy. In economics, we take the price, P, times the quantity of units that are produced. Now, what most people do is they come up with some type of a dollar per hour amount, and then they count their quantity in hours. And so they'll say, okay, this job, I believe that this job has 100 hours in it, and so if my bill rate is $50 an hour, then 100 times 50 is $5,000, so it costs $5,000. The problem with that is that painter outputs are not, let me spell this right, outputs, they're not equal, right? You have people on your team who are fast, you have people who are slow, you have people all in between. And so if you're trying to tell somebody to go into a room and spend 10 hours to paint this room, well, it depends on who's going to do it. Because some people are going to be able to hit 10 hours, some people are going to hit less. Some people, in order to reach the quality standard that you need to set, they're going to take more than that. And so because of that, this system is all jacked. You're never going to have predictable outcomes if you do it this way. Instead, we need to flip it on its head. And instead of you doing a quantity of hours, we need to do a quantity of units of measurements. And what that means is we need to take all of the measurable things in a house and convert it into a single unit of measurement that we're just going to call a point. Okay, we're just going to call it a single point. What that means is that we have to take a surface area, we have to take a door, we have to take trim, linear foot, and we have to convert it into what a person can do within a range of time. And we want to expect that our people can produce a single unit of measurement somewhere in the ballpark of 30 to 60 minutes, right? So 1 point we're going to say is going to equal 30 to 60 minutes. 30 minutes if you're fast, 60 minutes if you're slow, somewhere in between if you're in the middle. What that allows us to do is it allows us to say, instead of, hey, there are 10 hours in this room, we say there are 8 points in this room. And if there are 8 points in this room, then somebody who can do 8 points in a day is going to complete it in a day, and the quality is going to be where it needs to be. However, you're going to have other people who can produce 8 points in half a day, and they're going to be able to keep the quality level up, and it's going to be fine. And then now you're producing, right? Now we can calculate total revenue. We can also do a lot of other fun things like manage our projects better. So for example, let's say you have a experienced painter, and we know that experienced painter can produce 12 points in a day. And then you have a less experienced painter who we know can produce 8 points in a day. You put them together, and that means that they're going to produce 20 points in a day. If they're producing 20 points in a day, after 5 days, how many points have they produced? That's right, 100. And if they have produced 100 points in a day, we're going to take our dollar amount, our price, times the quantity, right? And let's just say that our price is $40 per point, and we're producing 100 points. That means that we have produced $4,000 with a team of 2.